Digital minimalism, a term that became popular because of the book Digital Minimalism: Choosing a Focused Life in a Noisy World, a book by Cal Newport. In this book, the author has tried to talk about how one can implement the concept of minimalism in the digital world. Even though I haven't read this book, but if you want to read, you can try. But the theme of this video is not how to practice digital minimalism, but about why humans who appear to have an intrinsic love for technology, digitization and digitalization are suddenly keen on reducing its influence over their life. And why some people like you and me are not very interested in getting surrounded by these devices or are worried about technology overuse. So here are some reasons that are forcing some people to move toward digital minimalism. The number one reason is the technology's harm to society's social fabric. You might have heard what Mr. Chamath Palihapitiya had once said in an interview about how platforms like Facebook are harming the social fabric of our society. This can be easily observed. We can see how people are engulfed in social media. They don't talk to each other and prefer chatting even while sitting in the same room. People are more interested in sharing the positive aspects of their life on Instagram rather than living their life as it is. We are seeking validation for every action of ours. The second reason is how the digital world is causing stress and anxiety. Human life was already filled with so much worry, but the high-tech life is exacerbating the situation. We can theoretically say how our lives have improved due to these digital devices like smartphones and the internet. But this doesn't look true in practice. If we observe our life, we can infer that we are too busy doing nothing. Technology might have provided some help, but the fact that most of the times your eyes become teary and tired, your stress and anxiety level is rising, converts technology into a counterproductive thing and does more harm than good. Many of us are seeing how many websites hunt for our attention and make us distracted. Focusing on one activity at a time that was complex sans technology has become more after it spread. The number three reason that forces people like you and me to speak against this digital age is how this world might turn into a dystopia, as shown in web series and books. The talks about the useless metaverse by the content creators envisaging it to be a reality just a few years in future make many anxious and hateful towards even the most straightforward applications of the internet. No one knows when these virtual products and environments will be available. But looking at the investment of tech companies like Facebook, that is Meta, in these projects, it is clear that we will be forced to adapt and adopt them into our lives. And this doesn't appear to be right even to many tech geeks. In a world controlled by tech enthusiasts, it is tough and risky to talk anything about the shortcomings and disadvantages of technology. But it is essential for us, a small group of people, to talk about it. It's not that there has been not much saying about this virtual world. Many people are talking about the over-influence and things like surveillance of technology on us, though these views are consciously or non-consciously suppressed by tech platforms. In a video released by TEDx titled "Our Technology Dystopia," Pranoy Datta explains how we live in a technology dystopia. He gives three reasons for that: online virtual surveillance, wealth inequality and automation of lower level jobs, widespread distraction, that is, we are living in a happy world but distracted. My video is not to depress you, but simply to make you conscious that we should use technology in a way that helps us rather than exploits us. It will be good for us to advance evolutionarily and rule the world in a human way instead of surrendering in front of AI and robots.